Hi there, it's Dr. Bernstein, and in this video I'm going to walk you through some very important information about what the Department of English requires of its online instructors and students. I'll also tell you about my office hours, how to contact me, and towards the end of this presentation I'll show you how to access D2L tutorials. I highly recommend that you take out a notebook and pen so that you can jot down some of the information in this video. What I'm going to start by doing is going over to the content section of our site, which is, as you know, in the upper left-hand corner of our page. And you'll notice there's a section called General Policies. I'm going to focus right now on what you can expect from online instructors. As you can see, this document tells you about how teachers are required to respond to you and your work. I want to call your attention to the fact that I'm very, very good about responding to emails. I respond to them Monday through Friday between 7 a.m. and 3 p.m. If you don't hear from me within 48 hours, assume I haven't received your message and resend it. You should note, however, that I do not check email over the weekend. While we're talking about email, let me go over my contact information with you. This information, as you can see, is on our content section of our site. It's under important information. Just click on this link and you'll get the information. You can also access this information by going to our course homepage, and if you scroll down you'll notice that this information is permanently saved here. So my office is in building 510, the building with the library in it, room 123. I have office hours on Mondays and Tuesdays from 11:30 to 2:30, Wednesdays from 7 to 7:30 in the morning, Thursdays from 7 to 7:30 also in the morning, and 11:20 from 11:20 to 11:50, and on Fridays from 7 to 7:30 in the morning. I'm also experimenting this semester with hosting some online office hours using the chat feature of D2L, and these hours will be on Mondays and Tuesdays from 12 to 2. I set that up because I guess a lot of people have lunch around that time. I'll show you that in a moment. My office phone number is 574-6829. If you need to email me, just do so within the D2L system, and all you have to do is type in Jennifer Bernstein to send me a message. I'm supposed to be in here as a student so that I can show you how things really look on your page. So that's my contact information. I don't know how many of you know about the chat feature, but it's up here on the upper right hand section of the page. It's just under chat. You click on it and you guys can chat amongst each other. You don't need me to be online to chat, but if you want me to respond to you, you need to be here on the hours that I have online hours. And the nice thing about this is that I can respond to you in real time. So if you have a question, say about a sentence that you're working on, or two sentences that you're struggling with, or you want feedback on, you can just hop on during that time, show me your sentence, and I can respond to you. You should note, and you should write this down, that I have a policy of not reviewing drafts by email. That is, you can't email me your essay and ask me to review it and give you feedback on it. It's just not possible for me to offer this service to all my students. However, if you have specific questions about your essays or want me to look at a sentence or even a few sentences, you can do so by chatting with me during my online office hours, calling me during the office hours, or coming to see me during my regular office hours, and we can look at a full draft of your paper if you do that. However, I know some people just can't make it to campus, and what you'll discover later on is that you're almost always required to post on our discussion board at least one or two of your paragraphs before an essay is due. And I will respond to each one of these posts because I want to make sure that you get some individualized feedback from me before you submit your essays to be graded. And that's something I can manage successfully for all my students. I also encourage you to make use of the valuable resources available to you as students at Trident Tech. And if you go back to our content page, you will see that under resources, there's a link to the Learning Center where you can get writing assistance. So I just want to click on this and show you the Learning Center is on the main campus in building 920, room 211, and at the Palmer campus in room 226, at the Berkeley campus in room 141B. You can call for assistance during their business hours. They list their hours. They have available some Saturday hours. And then if you go to the left-hand side, you'll see that there's a math center. There's a writing center. If you need help with mentoring and academic coaching, this is a good place to go. You can check out these links. I just want to show you the writing center. And the writing center has two main ways of working with you. One is by scheduling an appointment. Tutoring appointments, as they point out, usually last 30 minutes and may be scheduled up to 2 weeks in advance. So you'll know the deadlines for our course very soon. So you might want to just keep a track of when they're due and make an appointment as soon as possible so that you can get an appointment. There are also drop-in hours where you can just come in. You don't need an appointment, but these visits are limited to 15 minutes and they're first come, first serve. So this is where you'd find out information about the Writing Center. Okay, so we've covered a lot of information so far. So let's go back to the contents page and go over what the members of the English department can expect of you as online students. As you'll notice when you look at the requirements for each week, you will be responsible for engaging in, excuse me, that was a mistake. This document that we're looking at, as you can see, shows you that the college requires you to excuse me, the college requires you to log in and post a discussion during the first 2 weeks of the semester. So you have to log in and post a discussion during the first 2 weeks of the class in order to confirm your attendance in it. If you do not post to the discussion board and log in, you will be reported as having never attended. At the end of the second week, I'll be required to deny you access to the course and the registrar will drop you from the roll. You can see that there are some more specific guidelines if you're a veteran or a foreign student. There's some other important information that you should check out in here, but right now I want to call your attention to this issue with computer problems and life problems. To make a long story short, you can't use computer problems as an excuse for not fulfilling your online course obligations. If you have a computer problem that can't be resolved right away, you are expected to find a way to use someone else's computer, a library computer, or one in the TTC computer labs. If you want to get more information on the computer labs, you can go over to the resource center section of our content page and click on computer labs, and you can get lab names and hours on the different campuses. So it's good to know where these are anyway, because sometimes the computers at the library, if you need them, are all in use. You'll also notice when you go to the resources section of our content page that there's a link to get Adobe Reader. All of the most of the downloaded documents, as you can see up here, for our course are in Adobe. It's free software that you just have to download. Most computers have it on them now, but you can just click on here just show you, and click on Get Adobe Reader, and it will download. It's free. It's totally legit. Let's go back to that expectations for a minute. You are responsible, as you can see, for checking your email. I try to limit the number of emails I send out because I know people just get overwhelmed, but you should check your emails on a regular basis. Before drawing this overview to a conclusion, I just want to show you one other document, which is called Start Here. And this is Start Here for overview of D2L under General Policies. This will give you access to issues related to tutorials and how-to issues related to D2L. In the next video, which you can access by clicking in your checklist, I will talk to you about the big deadlines for our class, that is the deadlines for your essays, how you're going to learn about all the tasks you need to complete each week, and how you are going to be graded. If you have any questions about this video, anything that was raised in this video, what I recommend that you do is go to the discussion section of our site, click on discussions. If you scroll down, you'll notice that there is a section for questions about important policies and contact info video. And you can just post your question there and I will respond to it as soon as possible. So that is it for now. I will speak to you later on.